The room kept getting hotter. Nobody moved. Not because they felt safe, because they were scared. Heat climbing through the ceiling, air too thick to pull inside. Metal walls holding the temperature, like the room had come alive. Faces red beneath the lightning, sweat collecting at the brow. Everybody felt the danger, nobody would leave it now. I stepped outside to catch my breathing, turned and told them clear the room. They looked toward the doorway like the punishment would come soon. One said supervisors watching, one said we'll get written up. They feared a name upon a warning, more than bodies giving up. That was when I understood it, it was deeper than the heat. They had trained them to obey even when they couldn't breathe. You should not need permission to survive another shift. You should not fear your supervisor more than what the heat can risk. You should not remain in danger just to prove that you comply. When the room becomes a hazard, you don't need permission to survive. They would rather risk their bodies than be blamed for stepping out. That is not a safety culture, that is fear dressed up as doubt. You should never need a title just to keep yourself alive. But that day I had to give them permission to survive. I had worked there like an operator, quiet, learning every strain, watching what the charts had hidden, feeling every rule firsthand. They thought I was another worker, young enough to blend below. They had given me their warnings, thinking I had no control. But the heat kept getting heavier and the fear would not release. So I pulled the cover off me, put authority beneath my speech. I supersede your supervisor, I am telling you to leave. Your safety is the first priority, not the numbers on a sheet. Clear the room right now. You should not need permission to survive another shift. You should not fear your supervisor more than what the heat can risk. You should not remain in danger just to prove that you comply. When the room becomes a hazard, you don't need permission to survive. They would rather risk their bodies than be blamed for stepping out. That is not a safety culture, that is fear dressed up as doubt. You should never need a title just to keep yourself alive. But that day I had to give them permission to survive. Then I made the record different, made it clear what would be done. No retaliation waiting, no one punished, not a one. Anyone who raised a warning will be thanked for speaking first, because reporting unsafe conditions should be valued, not reversed. I wanted them rewarded for the courage to reveal what the room had been becoming, what the bodies had to feel. Because fear will hide a hazard till the damage can't be changed. And a worker telling truth should never be the one who pays. They had learned to take the silence, they had learned to bear the pain. They had learned that self-protection could be entered as a stain. They had learned the safest answer was to suffer and remain. Because supervisors come and go, but workers carry every blame. That is how a system kills you without ever saying stay. It makes leaving feel forbidden while insisting you are safe. No quota outranks a body, no supervisor outranks a hazard. No employee will be punished for telling the truth. They weren't weak, they were conditioned. They weren't careless, they were frightened. They knew the room, they knew the threat. They just knew discipline could hurt them next, so they stayed while the temperature climbed, doing exactly what fear had designed. You should not need permission to survive another shift. You should not fear your supervisor more than what the heat can risk. You should not remain in danger just to prove that you comply. When the room becomes a hazard, you don't need permission to survive. And the people who report it should be honored for the truth, not accused of causing trouble, not punished for what they knew. Safety cannot live in posters while the workers fear your eyes. No one should require an order to protect their own life. The room was cleared. Nobody was punished. The people who spoke were thanked. that should not have required someone undercover to make it happen.